What is up, everybody? Welcome to my watch-along for the 2025 Formula 1 Hungarian Grand Prix. I'm running so late today. We're going straight into the watch-along live on Twitch and YouTube right now. How we're doing, though, welcome to the stream. If it's your first time tuning into a watch-along, this is how it works. You got my face here, you got the live timings here, you got the session timer down the bottom left that you can sync on up with, and you got lovely Twitch chat that you can type in. So if you're watching right now on YouTube, come join us on Twitch. It's the place to be. We're going to be live all day through to practice 2. Now, I cannot show the broadcast live as it is copyrighted, but find a place where you can watch it. Join us in watching it together. Now, I completely forgot what time practice went live, or like my brain forgot what time practice went live. So that's why we're going straight into it today. But anyways, there's a lot to talk about, starting with Fernando Alonso is missing FP1 today. Felipe Drugovich is filling in. Now, I know it was a little bit of a bait. It was a little bit of a bait with the notification on Twitch because I said he replaces him for the Hungarian GP. That's still up in the air. That still might happen. We do not know if Felipe will be filling in for the whole weekend for Alonso. Basically, Alonso has a back injury from Spa, and he's not competing in FP1. He's going to chill out, and then they're going to make a decision on what happens for the rest of the weekend. Maybe he'll just miss FP2, but he might end up missing the entire weekend. So let's see how that plays out. Did I just see France Toss? I thought that man retired. What the fuck? Anyways, let me get my volume up. Let's get predictions up in chat. I know I'm running so late. I'm so sorry, guys. I'll explain that in a second. Who'll finish first in practice 1? All right, predictions are up. Get channel point predictions in. YouTube chat, I can't see you right now. Let me get you up. But yeah, apologies for the weird start to the stream. Usually, obviously, we're live like 30 minutes before the stream starts on Twitch, but I fucked up. Basically, I was having an amazing morning. Like a fantastic morning. And for some reason, I was having such a good morning, I didn't even realize what time it was. I literally sat down at my PC to get everything set up. I was meant to go live an hour before the practice started because I had some things to test. And I sat down at my PC and I looked up and I was like, what the fuck? It's 12:18? And it's 12 minutes until the session started. So, yeah, we're running very late. Basically, we've got our first ever 1440p stream on Twitch. Well, it's not the first ever. I used to 1440p stream for a bit, but I haven't in like a year. First 1440p stream on Twitch. So let me know if there's any problems. Let me know if you can see 1440p. Basically, Twitch is now allowing 1440p streams on Twitch. And I did a lot of playing around, and I think it works well. I know some people are going to be like, 1440p, who cares? Okay, cool. If you've got a 1440p monitor, and you have a 1440p and you watch the stream 1440p, it's going to be crispy. Because I have a 1440p monitor, everything on my OBS is 1440p, and when it shrinks it down to 1080p, it looks so blurry. So now, it's not going to be compressed, and it's going to look so much better on my desktop. Obviously, when you look at my face, it's not going to make a difference. But like on desktop, when I'm looking at stuff, it's going to look so crisp. Anyways, now you can also choose 1080p, 720p, 360p, whatever you want to watch it in. I hope no one was ever watching Twitch below 360p, because now you can't pick something lower than 360p, but yeah, I'm gonna look extra crispy. Actually, to be fair, my face is gonna look extra crispy as well because my camera is 4K, to be fair. Anyways, that also means we're gonna be also, another thing I need to test is I'm gonna try vertical streaming on YouTube. YouTube's added vertical streaming like TikTok, and that's a big faff to set up. So I was meant to test that before this session, but I fucking forgot. Oh, not forgot, I went live late, so I'm gonna test that for FP2. And yeah, obviously we're banned on TikTok, so we're banned on TikTok at the moment, so no TikTok streams this weekend. Anyways, I feel this is weird. All right, let's get into it. How are we all doing, chat? How are we all doing? Sup, Sparko Streak, congrats on VIP for the day. Sup, Roomy. It's hard carrying Aston for 3 years straight, yes, but it killed his back from it. Sup, 80 Pex, how's it going, dude? Sup, Momizzy, sup, Kai, sup, Emily, how's it going, guys? Why is Alonso out, guys? I guess I've explained that now. 22 Lemathel, what's up, dude? Sup, Emily, sup, Harry, sup, Danger Boy. All the carrying got to him. Ponden, I'm back from my trip. I've spent 21 days in the Northern Territory desert with my school without a phone. It was pretty scary without a phone, but a good experience. That sounds like a good experience. But welcome back, Spikendi. Good to see you, dude. Levi, thank you so much for the 47-month resub with tier 1, dude. Really, really do appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for supporting the stream. Russ Radio. Russell not happy with the break. Levi, thank you so much. Really do appreciate it, man. That's fucking insane. 47 months. Thank you, man. Thank you. Sup Will, sup Reese, bit of house to start off the stream. Simply lovely. You know it. You know it. Sup Fmit, sup Dermiol. Who else we got in chat? Oh, the timer. Oh my god, yeah, I should probably get the timer up. Fucking hell, mate. 54, 45. God's sake. This is what happens when you go live right as the session starts. I hate doing that, but that's my fault for being an idiot. I fucked up the timer. Hey. All right. We'll talk more about F1 in a second, but let me just catch up on Twitch chat. Charlotte, Lania, JQ BP, thank you guys for the follows. Welcome to the stream. Sup, Reese, sup, Jonathan. Do you use F1 TV? I do. I'm going to be going to the Singapore GP. Let's go. IRL stream. Grid dose. I'll call you while you're there, and then you IRL stream for me, yeah? Yeah, well, I was trying to toss that. If Alonso can't race this weekend, my fantasy team going to be cooked, and I'm like 40 points away from first in the McLaren Mini League. Oof. Okay, let's talk about it then. Alonso. Not competing in FP1. I think that's the right decision. I think, you know, a practice session's a practice session at the end of the day. It's better to be safe than sorry. Now, if I'm Alonso, normally with drivers, I'm like, I get it. Take Stroll, for instance, right? Rushing to get back to compete. He doesn't want to miss a session. It makes sense. Stroll sucks. He doesn't want another driver to come in and do a better job than him and then potentially lose his seat. It makes sense. Alonso, he's a two-time champ, one of the best in the sport. His seat is 100% confirmed. It doesn't matter who comes in that seat and does better than him. His seat's confirmed, right? But the thing is, it doesn't matter if they do better than Alonso because that means they're doing better than Stroll. So if I'm Alonso, maybe even tactically, I'm thinking, look, my back's fucked. I'm going to give it a break this weekend. And I'm going to give Felipe a chance. Isn't Felipe part of Alonso's management as well, or am I tripping? Give Felipe a chance. If he shows up Stroll, then hell yeah, I might have a new teammate next year. Maybe tactically this is smart for Alonso. You know what I mean? But yeah, it'll be interesting to see. We'll find out before FP2 if Alonso's going to do FP2 or not, or if he's going to do the rest of the weekend. I think that's going to be a big bomb on this weekend if Dragovic ends up filling out, because everyone's been waiting for that opportunity for him. Oh my god, I can see all the blackheads on your nose. Hell yeah! Thanks, bro. 160p. Yeah, no 160p. Did anyone even watch? No way anyone will watch on 160p, surely. I watch Twitch below that because my internet kills itself when I'm updating. So yeah, fair. When 4K coming, probably 20 years from now, knowing Twitch. 4K would be way too fucked, though. Oh, I know the person on this camera. See this camera on the slow-mo shot of Liam right now? I know the person operating this cam. I'll be judging their camera work in fullness. Yeah, one of our friends works for F1 TV. They're on that camera right now, so I'm gonna be judging them in full. What are your thoughts on Mike Crack from Esteban? He's not even at Esteban anymore. What's up, Ant? Thoughts about the 1 month break after Hungary? It's gonna be weird. I hate when F1's not on, but we got some things planned. We got some things to do. Want this weekend to be the slowest weekend. Not looking forward to the break. Yeah, it's gonna suck. Is that a wig, bro? Is that a wig? Are you serious right now, bro? How is this a wig? I literally just got my hair cut, bro. What does that even mean? What does that mean? Show me your hair. What does your hair look like? Sup those shrimp on the stream. This is not a wig. I got my hair cut though this week. The bro absolutely cooked, right? Usually when I get my hair cut, it's so fucking short. You can't tell the difference because I got headphones on, right? But usually when I get my hair cut, I go too short. What I do is I grow my hair out too long and then I cut it too short. This time the bro cooked. He cleaned up the sides, which you can't see because of my headphone. He cleaned up the back. We cut a little bit off the top. And I've decided I'm actually going to go to the barbers. Gazzy ready? Oh, no. Gazzy, no power. Oh, no. If he misses out on all of FP1, bro. I've decided I'm actually going to get in the habit of going to the barbers every 2 or 3 weeks. Rather than going every, like, 6 weeks. I'm going to actually lock in and start going more. So rather than, like, going short and then going long, go short, I want to look the same all the time. You know what I mean? But yeah, absolutely cooked with the hair. It's so much easier to do. The thing is, I like long hair, but it becomes way too like messy and becomes way too like hard to do. I just fucking hate it. So I need to go more often. But I think I'm scared to go because I'm scared he's gonna cook it, but he absolutely like chop it up, but he absolutely cooked this time. So I watched in 160p when you're on mobile data. Oh, well, sorry, you're gonna have to double your data now, 360p. Dragovic needs to make the most of this opportunity. He can't spend his years on the side. No, 100%. I wonder when he found out. I wonder if he found out when we found out, like 2 hours ago, or if it was even earlier than that. I hope he had a lot of time to prep. Dad Stroll was scared that Dragovic would be better than his son and the media pressure. Yeah, probably. It's good that you have 1440p and 1080p because sometimes it just shows 1440p or 720p on console apps, so this should be fine. Here's crispy insane texture. Thank you. Xander, what's up, dude? Good to see you. 2 or 3 weeks. That's a waste of money. Oh my god. Well, no, you got to remember, right? My job is to be on camera almost every single day, whether it's stream, whether it's video content, whatever it may be, even going to events. It's my job, and my job also requires a lot of confidence. Like, I need to have confidence to be on camera and stuff like that. And yeah, honestly, my hair is probably one of the main, like, well, first off, hair is one of the main things that you see on camera, but also it's probably one of the things that gives me the most confidence in my looks. If my hair looks fucked, I lose confidence. If my hair looks good, I feel confident. So spending an extra, what is it, 20 pounds? I don't even know how much I pay for a haircut. Paying an extra 20 pounds to have my hair look the way I want it is worth it. Or not even to extra 20 pounds, like 20 pounds, whatever. Going every 2 to 3 weeks instead of every 4 to 6 weeks, it's just gonna make me feel better and whatnot. Which I should have gotten the habit of doing that before, but I think I just got so scared that every time I got a haircut, it would just look chopped. So he cooked this time. So also look forward to GF cam this weekend as Lando's GF is there. Oh yes, no more mum cam. We get the GF cam. Can't wait to see that throughout the entire fucking weekend. Does F1 TV Premium worth 4K? You only get 4K if you watch on a TV, I think. There's only a few places you get to see it, not on PC. I just realized Sauber bought out Paul Aron, but isn't he Alpine's third driver? Oh, wait, I just realized Aron's filling in as well. Oh, I didn't even know. Okay, Paul Aron filling in for Hulkenberg at Sauber. No, so Aron didn't get bought out by Sauber. Alpine's loaning him to Sauber to do rookie tests because Sauber don't have a driver to do the rookie tests. So it's kind of like they get the rookie test done and Alpine get Aaron some more time in a car. Paul Aaron still exists. He does. Well, I'm going to Fernando. Fernando has a back injury, so he's not racing. He's not doing FP1 today. Maybe not the rest of the weekend. But are people looking that close at your hair? Well, that's the thing, though. Are people, are people looking at your titties? And when people get boob jobs, are people looking at your fucking nose when you get a nose job? Are people looking at your face when you get makeup? You know what I mean? Like, you could say that about any person who does anything cosmetically to their anything or outfits or anything, right? Is anyone looking at it? But at the end of the day, it's down to you. If you feel confident or not, that's all that matters. I feel. So, people always be like, your hair looks fine, but if it doesn't feel fine to me, then you know what I mean? If you ever reach 100k followers, is the 2021 haircut coming back? I mean, 100k is kind of the dream across all platforms. I was talking to someone about this the other day, actually, about how, like, social media platform following has, like, changed so much. Like, 100k used to be like, damn, they're full-time creator, and 1 million used to be like, they are the top of the top. Now 100k is like, there's people with 100k followers who still do this part-time, and it's like, blah, 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 nothing special. And then like 1 million is like, there's so many people with millions followers and subs and shit now. Anyways, my point is 100k is the dream across platforms. Will I do a 2021 haircut? Maybe we can set something. I'll shave the beard off. Remove your teleprompter and then you'll be all good. My teleprompter? What do you mean? Oh, my preview. No, if I don't have a preview to look at, I feel like I'm not streaming. It's so weird. It looks the same, not gonna lie. It does not look the same. Go look at the last VOD, the end of the last VOD, and compare it to my hair now. It is not the same. But that's also a good thing, isn't it? Isn't it a good thing to get a haircut and it looks the same, but it feels different? That's the whole point of a haircut. I think if you go get a hair, this is my point, right? If you go get a haircut and people can tell, it's not a good haircut, or you're not getting a haircut enough. I feel like, at least for my work, like being on camera all the time, I want my hair to look the same all the time. Imagine F1 movie cameras on the broadcast. That would be so good, but that would never happen. You should put a TV in your room so you can watch it in 4K. That would be sick. But then you need like a fucking Apple TV box as well. I have a feeling Max might win this weekend. I mean, it is a low downforce track, which Red Bull are liking at the moment. Are they liking it at the moment? No, I guess they've been liking high speed, but still, it's kind of whoever gets pole wins, really, isn't it? If the sides are clean, the top looks good, everything's, but yeah, that's what I mean. Like you can't see the difference because my fucking earphones are covering it, bruh. Low downforce track. Sorry, high downforce. Sorry. TikTok ban. Yeah, the TikTok got banned last week because we were talking about Flavio Briatore in not a nice way, and then I got a 1-week ban. So no TikTok streams this weekend, sadly. Emilian is still top of the top. No, it's still, well, top, 1 million subs back in the day used to be what 100 million is now. There was only a small handful of people with it. Now, 1 million subs, I think there's like 1,000 plus, 4,000 plus creators, 1 million subs. It's crazy. What's up, Sherbet? How's it going? Some people have big expectations and are delusional. You look bad as always. Thank you, Mel. Yeah, the broadcast commentary is muted. Wait, what? On my stream or on my stream or on the F1 TV? Because it's always muted on my stream. Anyways, enough talking about hair, enough talking about shit. Actually, the last thing I'll say is I had a great morning this morning. I woke up at 7 a.m. No, I woke up at 8 a.m., which is early for me. I usually wake up at like 10, 11. Woke up at 8 a.m. 8. Got out of bed straight away, right? Didn't doom scroll. Got out of bed straight away. I was like, I'm sticking to this. Got out of bed straight away. Didn't doom scroll. 8. Did some work. Went to the gym. While I was in the gym, I saw kids walking to school. And I was like, damn, I beat the kids. I beat the kids to the gym. I went to the gym before the kids got to school. And then I came home and I napped. That was bad. I shouldn't have done that. But then I napped. I still had an hour. I still had an hour and a half. No, I still had, an hour and a half to get ready before the stream started. But I guess I was just jamming out to music and loving life. And I did a poo and did everything. And then I literally sat down at my computer. And I looked up. I genuinely looked up at the time. I was like, what the fuck? I need to go live in less than 10 minutes? I was so confused. So, yeah, I didn't get to do all the tests and stuff that I wanted to. But I hope the stream... Okay, let me look at the stream. Oh my god. Let me look at the stream. I haven't looked at the Twitch stream yet in 1440p. Let me look at my beautifulness. Is it all good? Why do I smell poo in my room? Oh, look how crispy I look. Oh, now you can see every strand of hair. You can see all the... No, you can see the blackheads on my nose. You're right. All right, wait. Let me try 1080p. What does 1080p look like? Oh, yeah, and 1080p looks like 1080p. Dude, once you go from 1440p to 1080p, 1080p looks so shit. Holy shit, 1080p looks so bad once you go off 1440p. Well, if you don't have a 1440p monitor, you're not going to notice. But damn, I look crispy. You could... Oh, that's kind of weird. All right, what have I missed? Okay, so Bearman up to P5 right now. McLaren's at the top, not surprised. Oh yeah, I'm gonna end the channel points in a second. Guys, get your channel point predictions in. I'm gonna end those in a second before we get too deep into practice. So get your channel points in. You getting a new monitor horny? No, I've had a 1440p monitor since I moved. And I've been streaming. My OBS layout is 1440p. I record in 1440p. I stream to YouTube in 1440p. Just only Twitch is only just now letting 1440p. Oh, Leclerc 4/10 up on Norris. Could Ferrari cook this weekend? Wait, summer holidays? What the fuck? I saw 2 kids with a backpack and their mum. Maybe they were going to the train station. Maybe they're going to dad's house or something. Huh. Interesting. Well, there was kids with backpacks on and their mums, so I thought they were going to school. Why can't I see these? Ronan. Thank you for the bits, dude. I don't know why they're not popping up in my fucking feed. GG's, what do you do for work? So I do content full time. So when I say doing work in the morning, I just meant like I was getting stuff prepared for today's stream. I had to send my invoice. It's August 1st. I had to send my invoices off for the month. Yeah, my stream keeps buffering. Why can't I select 240? Okay, you're trolling. I go check out my 4K monitor. Oof. So is there no commentary? It's just me. What do you mean? Is there no commentary? Like no commentary on the broadcast or playing on the stream? Right. I forgot Hulk is sitting out this. I forgot as well. I didn't see it anywhere on socials. Did you see Max stays for another year? Oh yeah, that was the other breaking news. Max Verstappen has fully confirmed he's staying at Red Bull for 2026. I'm not surprised. I mean, was I getting a bit worried with all the Mercedes rumors? Yes, but I'm not surprised. Red Bull is Max's home. I think leaving Red Bull before the new regs is very risky because you might go to Merc and then Red Bull's the best team. And I think he realizes how important being the #1 driver at the team that's fully built around him, all the marketing, everything, the freedom to do what he wants is. And if he goes to Merc, it's a completely different environment, different people, different culture. You know, the car's not going to probably not going to be built around him as much as Red Bull. So if he can stay at Red Bull and just be the, you know, the second best team or third best team for the first year, but build up into being the best, that's better than being at Merc, who might be the second and third best team anyway. You know what I mean? Like, put it this way. Merc aren't guaranteed to be champs next year. They're not guaranteed to be champs. If they're guaranteed to be champions next year, like they win the championship next year, Max might move. But if Mercedes end up being second or third, or fourth, and Red Bull end up being second or third or fourth, Max is going to stay at Red Bull. Why would he want to be second, third, or fourth at Merc when he could be second, third, or fourth at Red Bull, the team that he's been at for years, the team that builds the car around him? So yeah, I'm so happy Max is staying. Sounds like Liam's going to stay as well. So yes, my 2 favorite drivers stay at my favorite teams. Thank God for that. But yeah, can someone compile all the bullshit fucking rumor articles that came out over the last 2 months and I want to see every single breaking, Max signed a deal, Max done this, Toto done that, out them all. I'm not talking about the shitty little fucking Instagram pages. I'm talking about the proper news outlets that were reporting Max this, Max that. Wait, your guys' broadcast had no commentary. What the fuck are you watching it on? I saw on Instagram and forgot about it. I love Hulk. We never know. Max might be playing with us like Andrew Garfield and he's being a werewolf. No, I think it's fully confirmed now. I'd say it's fully confirmed. He will only make the change if Red Bull isn't top 2 next year. But yeah, I think Red Bull could be second next year as Copium. Well, that's the thing. But you never know. Ford might cook. But no, if I had to do my really quickly, Constructors Championship predictions for next year, right? Off the dome, quickly. This is my championship predictions for next year. P1 Mercedes, P2 McLaren, P3 Williams. And I'm being legit about that one. P4 Ferrari. P5 Aston. P6 Alpine. P7 Red Bull. P8 Haas. P9 VCARB. P10 Audi. P11 Cadillac. That's my prediction. Williams P3. Anyone who's doubting my prediction of Williams P3 doesn't understand how fucking strong an engine is in a Formula 1 car. And how we literally watched, well, I didn't, but people watched, was it 10 years of engine domination? And then as soon as it froze, oh, Red Bull's in the mix. Red Bull's in the mix, guys. Oh, McLaren's in the mix. As soon as it unfreezes, it's just going to be Mercedes top 3 again. The fact that I even put Alpine that low of a Mercedes engine, I think is just shows how much faith I have in Alpine. But I wouldn't be surprised if it's Merc 1, 2, 3, 4. I genuinely think Cadillac in the mud because they're a new team. Audi in the mud because they're going to suck at making engines. Red Bull, from the sounds of it, they're in the mud. Honda, I think they're less in the mud than Red Bull. Ford, but they're still in the mud. And Ferrari is the only hope that we have against putting up a fight against Merc. And they, I don't know, 50-50. Fun fact, Lando's never been out qualified at Hungary. What, by his teammate? Interesting, interesting. You reckon the RB22 will be that bad of a car? I don't think it'll be that bad of a car. I think it'll be, the engine will just not compete with Merc. I feel for Kimi, honestly, being this young with that kind of pressure with being in the top team. In a rookie year, I'm 17, turning 18 in September, under pressure constantly in racing, but I'm not having huge mistakes and crashing my car as much as he does. Oh, it's insane. Like, I look back at what I was like when I was 18. Like when I was 18, I was like, I thought I was cool and I thought I knew what I was doing in my life. Well, I didn't think I was cool, but like, you know what I mean? Like, I thought I was knew what I was doing and mature, and then I look back and I'm like, what the fuck was I doing? But I mean, I think everyone's different, right? Like, I still think for the average 18-year-old, I was more mature than most, and then I think Kimmy is definitely the highest of maturity for an 18-year-old. But compare 18-year-old Kimmy to, you know, 24-year-old Oscar Piastri, like, you know what I mean? Like, he's ridiculously younger when you put it like that. Dermiol, thank you for the raid, dude. Metal, Atift, and Lala, thank you guys for the follows. I'd love to be in that seat, in that Mercedes seat. That'd be a dream. If that's true, wouldn't you encourage Max to leave to Mercedes? But that's a prediction, though, Sykes. You know what I mean? That's my prediction. And putting your entire career and changing your entire career path for the prediction of going to for a prediction, just wait 1 year. Neo's going to cook with the active aero in the front and rear wing. Yeah, true. We know Merc is ahead, but they're even more ahead than we think, to be honest. Yeah, I agree. So no chance for Ferrari. Unbelievable. They're always like this. Well, again, these are just my predictions. My predictions mean fuck all. But I think a lot of people have come into Formula One since 2021, which is completely fine, and missed the era, which I didn't really get to witness it, but I'm thankful that I got to witness 2019 and 2020, the engine domination era. I think a lot of fans are going to be woken up to how important engines are. Because, again, the last 4 years, the engines have been frozen. There's been no work on them. They're all, to be fair, we've been really lucky that all the engines have kind of balanced out over the last 4 years. But as soon as it unlocks again, I genuinely think we're going to see, if I had to take a guess right now, first to last. Oh, what's happened? Zero flag 4. Oh, Aaron, stop. At least he's not spun or crashed. That might be a red flag. If I had to take a guess from first to last after the first race this season, after qualifying, the first qualifying of this season, next season, to be honest, the number I'm about to say might actually be too low. I think 4 seconds. I think it'll be 4 seconds from first to last. To be honest, when I think about it, that's too low. If you think in 2021, the gap from first to last was like 3 to 4 seconds, and that was the end of a regulation. Imagine the start of a regulation. I wouldn't be surprised if it's 6 seconds from first to last, if I'm being honest. That, I know that sounds dramatic, but like, one team will get the aero completely right and the engine right, and one team, aka Cadillac, will get the aero wrong and their engine wrong. And we'll see huge progress again, just like we did in 2022. But yeah. Yeah, that car just completely went out. Oh, he's saying he's getting critical messages though. Wait, is he gonna get going again? This sucks for Aaron, man. He gets another chance in F1 car, and is he out of the car? He's out. Oh my god. Poor man. He got 30 minutes in F1 car. That fucking sucks, bruh. By 2029, it should even out. Why is Alonso not driving? He has a back injury, and he might not be racing this weekend. All right, session resumes. Yeah, that absolutely fucking sucks for Aaron. Okay, I'm a monitor and the graphics are clearer in 1440p when you're close. Well, the graphics are 1080p, so they shouldn't change in quality, but my face should definitely be crispier because my camera is 4K. So now you'll see it in 1440p. You know what? It could be worse. Alonso back injury. Tell me now. I told you at the start of the stream, man. Sorry, I missed a lot in YouTube chat. Guys, if you watch on YouTube right now, come join us on Twitch. That's mainly where I read chat. So if I missed anything, I'm sorry. That's all good, Solo. Yeah, basically, for people just tuning in, Alonso has a back injury, so Felipe Drugovich is filling in for FP1, and maybe not for the rest of the weekend. They're going to make a decision before FP2. To be honest, he might not race in FP2, and then they'll make a decision for FP3, and then practice qualifying tomorrow. How's Drugovich doing, though? Only 1/10 off a stroll. That's good to see. Yeah, we got F2. Yeah, we got F2 after FP1. We're going to be watching qualifying for that. Is my ESPN messed up? Why is there no commentary? Yeah, a lot of people have been complaining about it. McCavans. So you're not the only one. Papa Juice, same with the follow. It's so weird not being live on TikTok now. I'm so used to being live on TikTok. I'm actually so upset about the fucking ban, bro. Alright, I might use this time right now to just quickly test out vertical streaming on YouTube. Alright, we're live on YouTube vertical. Down. Oh my god, I'm streaming the fucking footage. How do I get rid of this? How do I get rid of this? Okay, it's gone now. Okay. Let me test out recording. That is tight, 90%. It's more than I thought. No. Guys, I'm gonna put a YouTube link in chat. Can you click on it and tell me what if all is good? I mean, it's not gonna be the proper vertical stream. It's just an unlisted stream to test. But click on that. Tell me if that is good. I hate having to test things while I'm live, but you can't really test live streaming without actually being live. Wait, did I just link the wrong thing? Wait, did I just link the wrong thing? I think I just linked the wrong thing. Wait, I linked the wrong thing. That. James Hinchcliffe is back! Woo! Does it work? Does it look good? Alright. Now that I've done my test, I can end that stream. Looks solid. Alright, I'm gonna end that. Right, now I know it works. Alright, sorry, back to practice. If you don't know what I'm doing, basically it's first time streaming in 4040p to Twitch, and then also gonna be vertical streaming to YouTube as well, so testing that shit out. Subject one of the stream, dude. the fuck? Who's cooking something good in the house right now? Do you think F1 will ever allow to let creators to stream one weekend of their choice? That's already happened. So Gals, a huge Brazilian streamer, was allowed to stream the Brazilian Grand Prix on his Twitch channel, but it was geo-blocked to Brazil. And I think who's the other one? There was a French streamer, Gotaga was allowed to stream the French Grand Prix for 1 week. Again, geo-blocked to France. And yeah. I think there's a few other streamers got to do it. So yeah, it'd be amazing if, you know, say like Matt and Tommy as the kind of lead British creators were like, hey, you can stream the British Grand Prix for free on your Twitch channel if you geo-block your stream to Britain. That'd be kind of cool. Especially now with multi-streaming, you know, you could have like a normal watch along on YouTube, but then like a geo-blocked with footage stream on Twitch. Did the commentator just commentate the last 35 minutes not knowing they were muted? No way. What, on ESPN? Oh my god. ESPN commentary back. Let's go. What's up, Josie, about the stream? Wait, so was it just the ESPN footage? I didn't realize so many of you guys were American. I saw the video of Lance interacting with fans. Why would anyone hate this man? That's the thing. I don't think Stroll's a bad guy. Like, I don't think he's a... I don't think he's a bad person. I just think he doesn't have a very appealing attitude. You know what I mean? Alright, here's Norris on the softs to try respond to the Claire's lap. How much is he going to go up? L1P3, interesting. Last weekend before Freedom. No way you think Freedom is not having F1 on, little bro. You ain't gonna be earning dollary dues if the F1's not on. But Chris, thank you so much for the 54-month resub with Prime. Thank you, man. This man was freaking out because he thought his Prime was used. 7 cents. That's not bad. That's not bad, to be honest. Guys, F1, just take the top team out of every... Once you win the championship, you get removed from F1. I'm sick of it. But Chris, thank you so much for the 54-month resub, dude. Appreciate it, as always. Besides Stroll's attitude, I reckon someone else might deserve that seat more. No, 100%. Sub 8 Rebel. Yeah, I think Stroll definitely needs to... From a talent standpoint, he's had his chance. From an attitude standpoint, he needs to go. And from a marketing standpoint, he's never really been... Like, he's probably been the least liked driver on the grid. When you've got rookies coming in with more fans than you, who's been in the sport for 8 years, you know there's a problem. The thing is, right, imagine Charles Leclerc's dad, rest in peace, but imagine Charles Leclerc's dad built a team, made a team around him. Yeah, there'd be a lot of like, Nepo baby, blah, 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 like pay to win, you know, shit, comments. But I don't think people would care as much because Charles is a cool guy, a good driver. You know what I mean? But it's just like, Stroll has all that negative stuff around him. Plus, he's just boring, doesn't have the right attitude, and is a very mediocre at best driver. Do Canadians even like Stroll? That's the thing. When we went to the Canadian Grand Prix, did you see people with Latifi shirts? Did you see people with Stroll shirts? Not really, did you? Whereas in Australia, you know, you would see so much Oscar Piastri merch. Yes, Oscar Piastri's at a top team. But even Jack Doohan. There was so many people with Jack Doohan merch as well. Alpine merch. I don't know, man. North America, you guys have stunk it up with the drivers. You had Latifi, Stroll, and Sargent. Holy shit. We need Ugo Chukwu in the sport right now. I don't think Ugo will be huge for the sport. If he's good, obviously, which I think he is. But he'll bring such a big American audience. Send me some F1 merch. You have that money on. I do not have money in my bro. All my money goes back into my content, basically. I feel the reason Lance's attitude is the way it is because of years of hate he's gotten over the years. Yeah, but also his hate comes from stuff he's done, so I don't know. Speaking of somebody who went to the Australia race this year, so much Oscar scattered Alpine as well, yeah. My friend bought an Oscar Piastri Alpine shirt in 2022. That's a relic. That is a relic now. Stroll won a race in Williams, right? No, he's never won a race. He's just gotten 3 podiums. Yeah, I think he's gotten 3 podiums. Like I said on your TikTok, please give me some packs. I think we're gonna do a pack opening stream next week. I'm gonna get my big box of Topps packs, Topps collection. I'm gonna get my big card collection out of the cupboard, and we're gonna do like a stream going through all them. Because I did one of them like ages ago, like years ago. We're gonna look at that again, and then we're gonna unbox all the Topps cards we got the other day. Just a bit of a chill stream. Love me some back-to-backs. What's up, Ern? Yeah, Leclerc's looking good right now on the Ferrari. If they get the setup right, he could fight for pole, then maybe hang on, get his first win of the year. That would be sick. Didn't know Felipe was stepping in. Wyman to Nando. Nando's got a back injury, so Felipe's doing this session and maybe the whole weekend. It's not confirmed yet. Ooh, Albon, good save, good save. Yeah, Lewis will be an interesting one to watch this weekend. One of his best, I think it's his best track actually in Formula One in terms of stats. Last time he got pole position was at Hungary, so it's gonna be interesting to see how Lewis does this weekend. I mean, last weekend, everyone's like, "Oh, Ferrari made him lose the Belgium streak." Did he though? Did they? Because as far as I remember, Leclerc finished 3rd, so Lewis could have finished 3rd. So I think it's gonna be another weekend like that where Leclerc will do well, Lewis won't, and then Lewis fans will be like, "Ferrari, what are you doing?" when it's just Lewis. Yeah, but he doesn't. He's not used to these cars. It's been 4 years. He should probably be used to it by now. That really bit of a car porpoising is killing Unk Nando's back, man. Random question, but did you ever drive those Japanese F1 cars on iRacing? Super Formula. No, they came out after I stopped playing. Why are you hyping it up? It's free practice. McLaren always sandbagging free practice. I mean, yeah, but at the same time, well, I was going to say, look at what happened in Belgium, but they dominated quali, but I mean, Max obviously got the sprint win. I'm saying it's possible, right? It's possible. You got to hype it up sometimes. He just needs to bring in the setup, but he should be okay. He'll probably prefer a low downforce setup. Well, how did Lewis do in Monaco? The last like proper low down, high downforce. Sorry, the last high downforce track we had. Monaco qualified 5-4. Well, there you go. That's a good sign, isn't it? Did Aaron Shunton? No, his car just had a problem. What the fuck? Those tires are cooked. All right, get about the car. Oh, Hamilton as well. Those are huge lockups. What the fuck? Wait, did Norris lock up as well? I missed that one. Poor Paul, man. Only 30 minutes in an F1 car. You don't get much time in an F1 car, and that sucks that you got fucked. What the fuck happened to Signs? To Signs? What do you mean? What happened to Signs? He's fine. Unless I'm missing something. Was Haas saying they're going to be really good this weekend or really poo this weekend? I can't remember. But I do remember Haas saying that they're going to be really something. Should I ask for this year's Fry merch for Christmas's birthday, or should I wait till next season? I mean, it depends. Probably wait till next season if you want the fresh stuff. But I mean, the end of year deals, like the last 6 races of the season, towards like Black Friday, Christmas time. Oh my god, the deals you can get on merch is insane. All right, Pesci goes up to the top. It's gonna be interesting to see the two McLarens fight for pole and the win this weekend. I think this is gonna be a track where they're pretty even. Obviously, Lando, last time at a high downforce track, Lando won in Monaco and got pole. Piastri won here last year, but then again, you know, he kind of won from a weird situation, but they were pretty similar on race pace. We'll have to see how it plays out. Is there any rain forecast for this week? Oh, I forgot about that. Let's check Budapest weather. Budapest weather. So it's dry today. Tomorrow it is dry, but Sunday, raining all day. 60%. Sorry. No, 20% precipitation. So, could be a corker. Now, part of me looks at the wet and goes, wet. We're not going to drive on the wet tires. But it's a slower speed track. It's a less dangerous track. It's just always Spa that's just weird. It's always Spa that's weird. Rebel will now put a dry setup because they know they will delay until it's dry. Yeah, we've had some interesting races in Hungary in the past. 2019, we had that nice race where, was it Max chasing down Lewis or Lewis chasing down Max? 2020 was the absolutely chaotic... no, 2020 was shit. 2021 was the race where we had the absolutely chaotic Lewis lining up on the grid by himself, Ocon getting the win, yada, yada, yada. And then we had 2023 where Lewis got pole. And then we had 2024 with the drama between the McLaren boys. There's been some good moments at Hungary. Wait, Liam was complaining about Isaac there? What about the other fucking car on the line? What is yada yada? Yada yada yada. It just means like, etc, etc, etc. Like, 2023 Hungary race was when Max flew off on the formation lap. Oh yeah, that was a shit race, but that was an iconic moment as well. Another Ollie P11 coming. Was best of the rest? Oh no, Hadge is best of the rest right now. Second best of the rest. They had a Merc. Merc are falling off, bro. Dry today, tomorrow dry, but there's a solid chance of rain during quali in the race. Wait, really? There's a chance of rain during quali tomorrow? Do you think Fry is the second best car at the moment? I think Red Bull's car has more potentials, aka when you put Max in the car with the right setup. But I guess overall Ferrari's a bit more stable. Hadge is so good. Yeah, he's locked in. How's it going? Terasaki, bottom of the stream. That was peak Red Bull engineering getting that car ready. Oh yeah, that's such a good moment. I think there's a whole video on YouTube about that. We'll have to watch that at some point. Yeah, guys, stick around after practice today. We got F2 qualifying to watch. We got a bunch of videos to watch, news to look at before we get into FP2. I don't know if you agree, but I think Lando runs away with this race. I just think it's another track where he's outright faster than Oscar. We'll have to see. Like I said before, Monaco, last high downforce track. Lando did well. I feel like this is a track that's hard to string together. Lando did in Monaco, but we know he's prone to mistakes. So can he string it together this weekend? I think the race pace is pretty similar. So I think this is going to be one of those. I think we're going to get a race, regardless of who qualifies pole. I think we're going to get an amazing race between these two because you've got the undercut. The undercut is going to be so big here where I feel like they have to make a decision. If I'm being honest, McLaren need to make a decision before coming in to qualifying of what the strategy is going to be. What I mean by that is they need to agree, okay, whoever gets pole wins the race. Or they say, hey, we're going to let you guys fight this weekend. And if that's the case, then it doesn't matter who gets pole. The undercut's going to become so big because you could pit. Okay, let's say Norris gets pole, Piastri gets P2, right? Lando could be scared of Piastri undercutting, so pits early. Then Piastri goes long, chases him down, gets the win. Or vice versa. Piastri pits early, Norris goes, fuck, we're going to get undercut, stays out, goes long, Piastri undercuts him. So I think it doesn't matter who gets pole this race. It all comes down to the strategy in the race, to be honest. And we know that they're going to let them fight. It's just whether they allow the team to go for an undercut, because then that throws them in threat of being overtaken by the drivers behind and safety cars and all that shit. It's basically trying to beat each other whilst also trying to not fuck each other over if a safety car comes out, because this track is hard to overtake. If you've got Leclerc or Max in front of you, it's going to be hard for them to overtake. And they don't want that to happen. Aham, save the follow. Verstappen needs to cook, bro. I hope they get the setup right. How's it going, Lord and Shias on the stream? Alright, I won't watch you after this, but maybe FP2. But I will try because my friend isn't home. No worries, dude. We'll be live all weekend. Sup, Super Arjun? Let them fight and Norris is going to drive into the wall again. I feel like McLaren needs to establish a top driver and a second driver. No, I don't think so. They're so clear in the constructors of the Drivers' Championship. Let them fight. Hadja, Kimi, and Behrman feel like the best rookies right now, but Borderland and Alonso can be a surprise. Hadja, Kimi, and Behrman. I think there's a clear, for me, there's a clear rookie of the year. That's Hadja. Then I think Kimi and Behrman are similar, where they're hot and cold. Both have good moments. Both had bad moments. Both got being unlucky. I think my list right now would be P1, Hadja. P2, Kimi, solely because he's been in a top car, so he gets to technically disprove himself more. P3, Behrman. P4, Bortoletto. He's just kind of been there. He's doing well, but he's not doing anything too crazy. To be honest, by the end of this year, Bortoletto could overtake Kimi and Behrman if those two keep being inconsistent. P5, Liam. P6. If I'm being honest, P6 Doohan, P7 Colapinto. Doohan showed more progress than Colapinto. Colapinto has crashed multiple times, and he's been nowhere. Doohan crashed, I think, one time less than Colapinto so far. But he showed progress. There was a weekend where he beat Gasly. There was, weekends where he was close to Gasly. I think he's showing some nice progress. So I'll put Colapinto last right now. Gabby is matching Hulk at least. It depends what your definition of matching is. Matching in terms of head-to-head, maybe. But one weekend he's 4/10 off Hulkenberg, or like 2/10 off Hulkenberg. The next he's beating Hulkenberg by 2/10. They're both very inconsistent right now on Quality Web. I think Doohan has more potential than Doohan. You think Doohan has more potential than Doohan? I mean Colapinto. I still don't know which one you mean though. You mean do you think Colapinto has more potential than Doohan? JJ, Harsha, Lorden, thank you guys for the follows. Doohan more potential than Colapinto, right? Doohan was unlucky to not make Q3 in Australia and came super close to Q3 in Bahrain, yeah. And like his crash in Australia shouldn't have happened, but like it's a rookie in wet conditions. Like it was bound to happen. China, I think he had a stinker one session and the stinker in another session. Japan, that crash was so dumb. So dumb. Well. Frank honestly gives me a really gross feeling every time I look at him. I don't know. The guy rubs me the wrong way. I don't know. I just think he's arrogant. Maybe he shouldn't even be in the scene anymore. Yeah, it's interesting. The what's the word? The trajectory that Colapinto's been on is similar to Liam. I think Liam obviously had a way better junior career and a way better, way more to his name before coming into F1. But like they both kind of had this like got an opportunity in Formula One, showed themselves, got a lot of people being like they should be in F1. Then in that stint that they were in F1 for, kind of had a couple moments. aka Liam was the putting the finger at Perez moment and the crashing into Alonso, or like doing a racing Alonso hard moment. And Colapinto was just crashing. And then they replaced a driver that was loved, aka Liam replaced Daniel and Checo and took Yuki's seat. And Colapinto replaced Doohan, who I guess wasn't loved, but you know what I mean? Like, didn't get a fair chance, I guess you'd say. So then the expectation for them coming in the sport is much higher, and then they're just naturally seen as arrogant because of a couple moments and a couple things, but it's not their fault they replaced the seat, you know what I mean? Like, people, I feel like people had this mindset of Colapinto and Liam, like, oh yeah, they've just rocked up to this team and they think they're all good and then they fucking crash. And it's just like, well, they didn't make the decision. They were just given the seat. I do get a little bit of arrogant vibes from Colapinto, but I don't get any more arrogant vibes from Colapinto than I do any other driver, if I'm being honest. I think the thing with Colapinto that annoys me is he just pushes too hard and he crashes. You know what I mean? But I would rather a driver push hard and be good when they're not crashing than a driver that doesn't push and is just slow all the time. But the problem is Colapinto's lost that touch. At Williams, he was matching Albon in the last few races. But it's just disappeared for Colapinto now. Liam talked too much shit. The thing is, I don't think Liam talked too much shit. The only thing Liam talked shit about was he said, I want to be in the sport and I think I deserve to be in the sport. That's not him saying Perez sucks or XYZ sucks. That's just him saying he deserves to be in the sport. The only controversial thing he said, which I don't even think is controversial, is I think there's a few drivers on the grid I think I deserve the seat of. And I think everyone can fucking agree Liam did at that time. And then he came into Red Bull with the right attitude. I'm Max's little brother. I'm here to learn from Max. Blah blah. I'm not here to beat Max. And then when he wasn't beating Max, people are like, "See, you talked all this shit." It's like he never talked shit about anyone. The only thing he said is he wants a seat in F1. And when he got Perez's seat, everyone was like, "Yeah, you wanted Perez's seat." It's like I don't think he wanted Perez's seat necessarily. He just wanted a seat in F1. I think it goes to show how important PR is. Take Lewis at the moment, right? Look at Lewis versus Seb, right? Lewis is hailed as this king of the sport, which he is. And it feels like no matter what he does, he can't be called washed. It's always, oh, it's the car, it's the regs, it's the Ferrari, it's this, it's that, blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, Vettel, bro, was getting called washed every week, even when he did good. I think it just comes back to the way that the media talks about you and the way that you respond to the media. Will Lindbergh get a spot next year at Racing Bulls? I think that's probably going to be confirmed at the end of this year, what they do. But it looks like very likely Arvid will get that V-Cub seat. Media fans just like to take things out of context. Same with Norris and Liam. I like Gabby and Hulk. Those two would be fun to hang out with randomly. Yeah. I got to play COD with Bordelito last week, a couple weeks ago. No, last week. Yeah, honestly, he's gone up my tier list a lot in terms of drivers I like. Such a cool guy. Such a chill guy. Catch you later, Adpex. Appreciate you chilling, dude. I still think, why did Seb grow out his hair in 2022? All right, how is Dragovic doing? Okay, Dragovic is a bit off Stroll now. Still only 3/10 in his first time in the car this year, right? Justin, Willie Wrecked, thank you guys for the follows. I wonder how the new engines will look next year. Will Gabby go to the next level with a proper engine? We were talking about engines earlier, Tim, man. So engines are going to be so important next year. It's crazy. All right, that's FP1 done. We'll wait for everyone to come back in to the pits. But guys, if you enjoyed the watch along, be sure to follow down below. We're going to be staying live now through to F2 qualifying, through to F2, through to FP2. But if you're watching on YouTube right now, come join us on Twitch. Again, we're going to be staying live. If you enjoyed the watch along, be sure to follow down below. We do watch alongs like this for every session, for every Grand Prix weekend. So join me again later on today for FP2, tomorrow for FP3 and quali, and the race on Sunday. But yeah, we'll wait for the session to end. But let's quickly go through the order. So Aaron at the bottom, unfortunately his car broke down. Only got 30 minutes in the car, which sucks for him. You know, it's very rare that you get a chance in Formula One, and he only got 30 minutes in this session. Bortoletto, not good. You know, after Sauber last week, are they going to struggle in the high downforce? We have to see. Colapinto, not surprised, second last. Sonoda, way down. To be fair, only 4/10 off of Max. Was he on hard tires the whole time? I don't actually know. They've got Dragovic filling in for Alonso. If you're just tuning in, Alonso has a back injury. He is not driving FP1. He might not race for the rest of the weekend, so we have to wait and see. You think the stream is lagging? Oh, shit, yeah. Wait. Yeah, stream's just completely died. One sec. Did Luke just go live? Wait, one sec. I don't know what's happened. My internet just completely dropped. One sec. Wait for that to recover. One sec. Let me go downstairs and see if someone's doing something. Right back. Oh, it's back. Yeah, I don't think that had anything to do with 1440p. I hope not. That's happened to me before where it just like drops for like a minute. Maybe Luke was uploading or downloading something. I'll ask him later, but Yuki not feeling comfortable with the car after last week. Oh, is it dropping again? It just keeps dropping, going up and down. Oh, why is it doing this? Is it still doing this? So annoying. It's annoying because I don't know like what the problem is. Like, is it because Luke's doing something? Is it just because of this new thing I'm doing? Is it just randomly just there's no reason, it's just doing it weirdly? So weird. Okay, anyways, I don't know what's happening, but yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how Yuki does this weekend after last week, and he was doing so well. And now he looks uncomfortable again in that car. Anyways, back to the order that we're doing. I know the stream's kind of like a little bit laggy right now. Hopefully it fixes itself. Where was I up to? Dragovic. Yeah, only 3/10 off of Stroll. I mean, you could look at that and be like, oh, you should be closer to Stroll because it's Stroll. But then again, first time in the F1 car this year, I think. And only 3/10 off a stroll. That's really, really good. Signs, 2/10 down on Albon. Then we got Lawson. Wow, 5/10 down on Hadja. Then we got Gasly. Then we got Ocon, Albon, Stroll, Max. 8/10 down off a pole right now. Then we got the 2 Mercedes. Antonelli actually ahead of Russell, which is interesting. And Behrman up in P6. Oh, sorry. I forgot to talk about Ocon. Ocon. Only 1/10 down on a Behrman, but look how many position. What the fuck? Look how tight it is between Hadja all the way. Dude, it's barely any gaps between all these guys. Then we got Hamilton, who is 4/10 off of Leclerc at the moment. We got Hadja. Then we got Leclerc. Then we got Piastri and Norris. I think Piastri and Norris are going to be trading P1 this weekend. So it's gonna be a really good fight for pole and the win. But who's gonna slot into P3? I mean, it looks like probably Leclerc at this point. I mean, it's only FP1, but still. Yeah. Anyways, guys, that wraps up FP1. Sorry about those little internet issues there. I don't know if that's just internet being internet or if that's to do with my new settings that I'm running. But then again, it was fine for an hour, so I need to try to figure out what caused that to happen. But it's fine now, so we're good. We're good. Anyways, guys, that is it for FP1. Thank you all for watching. The stream is not over on Twitch, but it is going to be done on YouTube. So if you watch on YouTube right now, come join us on Twitch. We're going to stay live to watch F2 qualifying and then FP2. So come join us